You've seen it 1,000 times. The time wasting, the fake injuries, the 5-minute substitutions, the tactical fouls nobody could do anything about. Well, FIFA just said enough. The International Football Association Board has approved the biggest set of rule changes in years, and they're live right now at the 2026 World Cup. Here is every single change and exactly what it means for the game. Rule 1. The 5-second countdown. This is the one that will change what you see on the pitch every single week. From now on, when a referee thinks a throw-in or a goal kick is being delayed deliberately, they raise their hand and begin a 5-second visual countdown. If the ball is not into play before that clock hits 0, you lose possession. And for the goal kicks, the punishment is even harsher. Delay too long and it's a corner kick to the opposition. A corner kick for a goal kick? Let that sink in. Built on the 8-second rule already applied to goalkeepers holding the ball during play, introduced last season. This is that principle extended to restarts. No more goalkeepers dawdling. No more fullbacks pretending to tie their laces. Football finally has teeth when it comes to wasting time. Rule 2. The 10-second sub-on. We all know the ritual. A player gets substituted in the 80th minute. Their team is losing, and somehow the walk from the center circle to the dugout takes 4 full minutes. Not anymore. Once the fourth official raises the substitution board, the player being replaced has exactly 10 seconds to exit the pitch. We are the nearest point on the sidelines. 10 seconds, that's it. This alone could recover multiple minutes of real football per game. 10 seconds, simple, brutal, effective. Rule 3. Injured players must leave. If you receive treatment from medical staffs on the pitch, you must leave the field of play for a minimum of 1 minute once play resumes. You cannot just spring back up and rejoin the game instantly. This tackles one of football's most cynical tactics, faking or exaggerating an injury to stop play, allowing your teammates to regroup, and then miraculously recover the moment the whistle blows. The era of miraculous instant recovery is over. Rule 4. Cover your mouth. Get a red card. This rule was born from a specific controversy. In the Champions League, a player was accused of directing a racial slur at a Brazilian star, with his mouth deliberately covered to avoid lip-reading cameras. If you cover your mouth with your hand, arm, or shirt during a confrontation situation with an opponent, you receive a red card immediately. There is no warrants. Friendly conversation between club teammates on opposing national teams will not be punished. But in a confrontation, zero tolerance. This rule is about protecting players from discrimination they cannot prove, but everyone knows is happening. Rule 5. Walk off in protest. Forfeit the match. This one is extreme, but it exists for a reason. Under the new rule, a player who leaves the pitch as an act of protest against a referee's decision receives a red card. And if team officials instruct players to walk off, the same applies. But here's the nuclear option. If an entire team walks off, they forfeit the match. Now there is a definitive, devastating consequence. Walk off and you lose. Simple. Rule 6. VAR gets new power. VAR has been part of the game since 2017, but its original scope was limited. Goals, penalties, red cards, and mistaken identity in serious offense. Now VAR has 3 new areas it can review. Incorrect second yellow card. If there is a clear evidence that a second booking was wrong, VAR can intervene. Mistaken identity. If the wrong player is carded yellow or red, VAR steps in to correct it. Incorrect corner kicks. VAR can review a clearly wrong corner, but only if the correction can be made immediately without delaying play. VAR can also now intervene when a foul is committed before a restart. For example, if an attacker shoves a defender before a free kick is taken, the set piece is retaken and the appropriate card is shown. Rule 7. Mandatory water breaks. And finally, and one that is more about welfare than discipline. Every single match at the 2026 World Cup will feature a mandatory 3-minute hydration break at roughly 23 mark of each half. Regardless of weather or temperature, no threshold needed. It happens in every game. In the past tournaments, breaks like this only happen if the heat crossed a specific threshold. Now it is standard. Players recover, coaches get a genuine tactical timeout, and the broadcasters get 3 minutes to sell you something. 7 rules changes. All happening right now with the biggest World Cup in history. 48 teams, 3 host nations, and the most watched football tournament on earth. Some of these will be controversial, some will be celebrated, and some, like the 5-second rule countdown, will completely change the rhythm of the game you thought you knew. Which rule do you think will have the biggest impact? Drop in the